ahead on Daytime Buffalo, Road Less Traveled is here with details on their new play. And we have a gourd time with Chef Emily here in our kitchen. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. While the Road Less Traveled is taking to the high seas for their next show, I'm joined now by the cast to tell us more about it. Welcome, Jeremy, Gabriella, and Gregory. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I would like you to first tell us about the name Shipwrecked and what the actual name is.
Yeah, Shipwrecked is the abbreviated version because that's, easy to share. The actual name is Shipwrecked and Entertainment, The Amazing Adventures of Louis de Rougemont as told by himself.
Okay, well, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I see why you shortened it. Okay, so tell us about Shipwrecked and what the story is.
Sure. It is based on a true story. There was a man, Louis de Rougemont, at the turn of the century that was supposedly rescued from being shipwrecked for 30 years. And he told his story in a periodical in London at the time, and it became a worldwide sensation. He became very famous as a result of that. And he just goes through, we present it in chapters, and he goes through, when he, got on the ship. There's tales of a man-eating octopus. There's tales of, him living among the Aborigines, would-be cannibals, being attacked, horrible storms, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's very fast-paced. So I play Louis de Rougemont, and these two amazing actors play about 20 characters each.
Tell us a little bit about that. Wow, okay. This is the entire cast.
It is.
Yes, just the three of you guys, and you guys play about 20 people each.
Yes.
How was that?
So I like to think that we fill the world of Louis' mind. Right? We are all, like I said, we are all the other characters. So we vary between different voices, different props, different pieces and costumes that we put on to transform into these characters that he's describing. And it's really quite theatrical in the way it's done and the way it's presented. And it's also, we're dripping sweat with the pace of this show.
That sounds like a marathon. Wow.
It is.
Yeah. What was it like for you guys being able to practice because you said some things happen like within a sentence. So they're quick switches. What was it like for you as actors pushing yourself to quickly switch into all these different roles and voices?
I mean, it's a very precise show. We had to run it many, many times to get everything timed just right, because not only are we entering and exiting very quickly as different characters, but we have to have props. We do little stunts. There are little, performances and tricks that we incorporated. And so it was a lot of work and refinement. But once we had it down, it's a lot of fun when it's all going right. You're like, wow, moving through. Yeah. It's great.
How was the rehearsal? How long was it, and how intense was it? I imagine it had to be.
It was fairly intense. We started August 12th and opened September 3rd, so a month.
Okay, yeah. A month to get all of that down. Wow.
Yes.
And something that I think I love about this play the most is that we are all actors are also called players, right? And in this show, we get to play a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that that's what builds a lot of joy in the rehearsal process, and then we had a lot of joy, and we came up with a lot of solutions that our director was able to give us, but also solutions that we found in the process of rehearsing, which is not something that you often get to encounter when you're doing a rehearsal process. But this show required it because of the pacing and the amount of transitions and things that needed to happen.
And John Hurley, the director, is just amazing, and as Jeremy said, the precision and the attention to detail so that we were presenting exactly what we were intending to present, in putting forth his vision, which was magnificent.
Absolutely.
And tell us about the opening. How did that go? Because I know you guys were telling me that this show is so cool, but it's kind of a risk. You didn't know how it was going to be perceived from the audience, right?
Yes, I mean, it was really, really a beautiful opening. We had a sold-out house.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, which was really fabulous, especially when a lot of other theaters were opening at the same time. It really meant a lot to have so many people come out to support us. But this show, I like to say it's an homage to theater and theatricality because it's so different than anything I've ever seen. I would like my castmates to share as well because it's really something different.
I think by the end, as much as it is a fun, fast-paced show, I've found that audiences by the end are quite moved. I think those closing moments have them feeling things that they perhaps didn't expect to feel coming into the show.
Because there's a lot of play in the show until you were saying kind of the last 5 minutes. You're like, there's some emotions.
Heft.
Yeah.
You know, whereas it's very lighthearted up until that point, and then there's a little bit of, oh, what do I think about that? You know, and it just.
Once they've bought into our world that we've created,
Exactly.
then they can feel the things that they're supposed to feel.
I see.
Yeah.
So how long is this show running?
We have 3 more weeks, so we're going till October 13th.
Nice, a nice hefty run. And is the show family friendly?
It absolutely is. We
Absolutely.
have had some kids in the audience. They've had a great time.
Teenagers who have loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is for everybody. It is, you know, adults will enjoy it. There is nothing vulgar and there's no innuendo. It is just a very charming story that the author had written.
It's the beauty of theater and storytelling, I think, is how it's encapsulated.
Nice.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, if you're interested in the show and you want to get tickets for Shipwrecked, you can visit the website roadlesstravelledproductions.org or call the box office at the number listed right there on your screen. Thanks again for coming in and good luck with the rest of your run.
Thank
Thank you so much for having us.